two almonds glued together. Really? Okay, I'm gonna mess with you. You're not going to leave here the same person that walked in here today. I teach with humor. If you feel like you want to laugh, don't hold back chuckles, because if you do hold back chuckles, the air goes back down. And expands the hips. And if it gets into the lower intestine, we'd have to clear the arena, so do not. Promise me you will not hold back chuckles. I speak two languages, English and Southern. I am so Southern, I'm even kin to myself. When your grandmother is your aunt, it is hard to introduce her.
Nice. This
My
is Rita
family tree looks
Davenport.
like a wreath.
She's one of the most successful people in the network marketing industry in the world. She's enrolled more people in any business than anyone.
And y'all, I don't have all the answers. I'm having trouble keeping my bra strap up right this minute.
This lady is a riot. She's so cute.
Okay, so the purpose of my presentation is to teach you it is not about you. Rick Warren's famous book, The Purpose-Driven Life, which I hope you've read it over and over again. But the first 4 words says it's not about you. You see, every true mentor in this room wants their mentees to outdo them. I want you to suck that up, what I just said. I want their mentees to outdo them. See, your purpose in life is to find your gift. And then your purpose is to get good with your gift, use your gift, and then give it away. Give it away. Never compare yourself to anybody else. If you do, that's the cause of low self-esteem. Every day I get up and I notice somebody who looks better and smarter and done better. So what? See, people ask me, Rita, how come you feel so good about yourself? Because you're not all that sharp, you know? Somebody says that to me, I say, thank you for sharing. The reason I feel so good about myself is that I have a minor in science, and I took anatomy and physiology, and I learned how we all got started. We all got started the same way. Yeah, we did. As little tiny sperm. Now, this is the most off-color thing I'm ever going to tell you, okay? So I don't use any bad words or anything. Unless you mess with me. No, I really don't. But in order to be born, if your father only had an average sperm count, you had to outswim over 200,000 other sperm. Now, who in the room cannot swim? Because there are people that cannot swim.
Oh my goodness.
Because you did once. Yeah, you did.
I love
that
this
little
lady.
tail was a wiggling, and you were saying, out of my way, out of my way. I want to be in network marketing.
It's so funny.
You're talking about the losers. Those are the ones you left behind. You hadn't heard much from them, have you? Somebody tells
problem,
you you're
Kaylee.
stupid for doing this business.
Wish
Say,
you guys were here.
maybe you don't know who you're talking to. Because I outswam over 200,000 sperm just to get here. They will back off.
She is hilarious.
You know, you got to have a sense of humor in this business. Somebody tells you no. You know, it reminds me of, I have a little granddaughter, and I say, honey, you need to go potty. No, Nana, I don't need to go potty. Are you sure you don't need to go potty? No, Nana, I don't need to go.
Her name is Rita.
Go potty.
Rita Davenport.
When somebody says no to you, start laughing. I'm in bed to come to me, want to borrow my new car, go on trips with me. I can't help but laugh. See, keeping a sense of humor, not only in your business, but in your marriage. People ask me, what's the secret? I married my high school sweetheart. Yeah, I did. Still married to him, too. See, before you marry a man, you don't know he's going to chew on an apple where you can hear it 5 miles away.
There's a lot of girls here. I'll try to pan out so you guys
You don't know he's going to dig in that bowl of cereal at 5 o'clock in the morning and go play golf and wake you up. Before you marry a man, you do not know he has gas.
There's 3,000 people here.
We dated 6 years. A week after our marriage, there was a mushroom cloud over our apartment. Killed my canary.
This is Rita Davenport, if anyone's wondering. You're just joining
I
us.
asked him a while back, after all these years of marriage, what is it about me that still turns him on? He thought about it a while. Okay, it was a long while. Finally, he said, well, honey, you're so clean. Don't really think that's funny? I think it's funny a bit. I went out the next day and got myself a Pinois and Mary Jane.
Hi, girls.
Black.
Hi. Say hi, Jennifer.
Twirled around like Loretta Young used to. He said, well, any friend of Zorro's is a friend of mine.
This lady is hilarious. Is she? Yes. Jenny, I'm recording.
You gotta have a sense of humor.
Jenny just got back from the bathroom.
And you gotta make other people laugh, lighten up. People want to be around people that make them feel good. I was in a furniture store about 5 years ago, and I thought I was at the basement. There was one more step, and I stepped backwards. I was looking at something on the landing, stepped, and fell. Broke my arm in 3 places. That's not funny. My sister was with me, and she tends to faint easily. And I thought, now if she collapses here, we're going to have a real problem. My arm looked like an S shape. I couldn't let her see my arm. Paramedics got there, filling out the papers, and they said, excuse me, what is your profession? Well, I could have said I'm a best-selling author. I spoke 118 times last year. I was in network marketing, built a business, had about 700,000 people in my 6. I could have told him a few things. I looked him square in the eye.
This lady is funny.
I said, I'm an exotic dancer.
Oh my god. This lady in front of his hair is out of control. I can't see anything because her hair's in the way.
I got some moves. Let me tell you something. 2 paramedics looked at each other. I can guarantee you, with 48 seconds later, 12 paramedics rushed into the furniture store. They heard there was an exotic dancer down.
Yeah, this lady is hilarious.
Get into the ambulance, and they're kind of an older paramedics. They're heroes, by the way. Military paramedics. Let's give them a round of applause. Police officers, doctors, nurses, all of them. He said, would you like morphine? I said, morphine? Broken arm? I've given birth twice. I don't need no morphine. He kind of crossed his legs with the ambulance. First time I'd ever been in an ambulance. He said, ma'am, you don't have to answer this, but just where do you dance? I said, you were going to stick me with morphine and you just asked me that question? This is kind of scary. For Halloween, I gave my little granddaughter. You ever notice how close grandparents are to their grandparents? Have you ever noticed that? It's because they share a common enemy. So I got her like a Darth Vader laser sword. I mean, she had a princess outfit on, but I thought that's strong for a princess to have a laser sword. Every princess needs one. We lit it up. She said, Nana, let's go someplace where it's dark and let our light shine.
Aww.
That's what this business is, folks. I just went to the bathroom and there was a lady in there cleaning. Tina, hope you're listening, Tina. And I said, Tina, how long have you been doing this? And she said, 2 years. I said, Tina, have you ever thought about getting into network marketing?
Yes,
she said, no, I hadn't. And I said, well, you might want to come in and listen a little bit, darling. She said, I got 2 kids in college. I said, then listen closely, darling. Because there's nothing sexier than a rich woman.
Oh my God, that was funny.
Because as my friend Dolly Parton said, if it is bagging, sagging, or dragging, and you got enough money, you can nip it, tuck it, or suck it.
Oh my God. I'm gonna pee my pants with laughing so hard.
Have you ever heard Dolly Parton sing Jolene? Notice Jolene has green eyes? Well, I was the only girl Dolly Parton's husband, Carl Dean, ever dated.
Really?
Before they were married. I
Wow.
will point that out. So we're in front of 2,000 people and she's performing. She said, y'all have always wondered who Jolene really is. When Jolene is in the audience, will Rita Davenport stand up?
Aww. That's crazy.
You probably wondered what he saw in me. Not what you got, is how you use it. He had to have an imagination. Let me tell you the truth on that.
Oh my God.
So from now on, you can call me Jolene. Every whale in this room knows a minnow, and every minnow in this room knows a whale. What do you really want? You want to be able to sponsor. You want to be able to retain the people that you sponsor. Everybody in this room has the same needs. And what it takes to be successful in this business is courage. You got to learn that the no's. The top people in organizations in this room, the top, they've had the most failure. They've had the most no's in the room. It's a numbers game. And I heard all the panels and they were wonderful. This is a people business, folks. And it's built with personal development. There's nothing that's changed about this. Can I have my first slide? How about the second slide? Y'all, I don't have any slides. I'm just messing with the crew. And now they're saying, turn that heifer's microphone off. But they're so good at what they do. And now they're on their toes more. They kind of dozed off for 5 minutes. The Bible says, you have not because you ask not. Get your ass in gear. That is Psalms 12:37. Not Joyce Myers, I can't get up here and tell you this. But I tell you what is fascinating about me, the Old Testament, you know, Moses got the 10 Commandments. They were not suggestions. What was interesting, from Egypt, Moses led the children of Israel. You know, he had a speech.
That would be awesome. Thank you, Jess.
You know, but he still was a leader. See, we have to overcome things, you know, that God gives us things to overcome so we become stronger. And so he led the children of Israel from Egypt to Jerusalem, to Israel. He led them all that distance. 40 years they wandered the wilderness. How many of you have been in this business? 5, 10, 15? You're still walking around scratching your butt. I don't know how people do this. I tell you. And your companies have plans. They have back office. They have training. They have all this stuff to prepare prepare you so you don't have to wander the wilderness for 40 years as Moses took that whole group of people from Egypt to Jerusalem. Do you know how long it takes if you Google right now how long you can walk from Egypt to Israel? Anybody know that? Don't you dare Google it. That's not fair to me. It takes 6 days. 6 days. How many of you knew that? 6 days to do that. And I'm going, what in the world? Well, they weren't ready. They were acting out. They weren't doing what God told them to do. You're all here with a purpose. You're given the gifts and the talents to fulfill your purpose. And God is watching. I have a sign over my desk that says, God is watching. Give him a good show. And God is a man. As a labor with my first child, 32 hours, no woman would have done that to another woman. I love men. I married one. I had 2 sons. I believe God created man first. Sort of like the first pancake. Then he created woman just to correct his mistakes. My husband says he did it like that because he didn't want a lot of suggestions. And I'd have had a few. Why didn't he let us all stand up to go to the bathroom?
Oh my God, that is right.
That's a good thing. And why didn't he let us all have dark skin? I put the self-tanners on and the phone rings and I forget where I left off.
That's me.
I never wanted to be a public speaker, folks. I wanted to be Tina Turner. But God knew I would have killed Ike. See, you gotta mind your mind because energy follows thought. What you think about, you bring about. And every time you open your mouth in your business, money goes in or out by what you say. You never complain to your success line. You never. It's like you're having a big dinner party. I used to have a little Shih Tzu, and I wondered how it got its name. Till I tried to housebreak that Shih Tzu. But if that little Shih Tzu had a problem, and I had guests coming over for dinner, I wouldn't take them all in and say, come over here, let me show you what Chelsea did. Look at that. Look at that poop right there. Chelsea did that. You want to smell it? Get down closer to it. You want to stick your finger in? Go ahead. You can take some home if you want to. That's what you do every time you run your business down. What are you thinking? You never do. Yes, complaints go up, and then you start thinking, oh, if I had a better upline.
I know I wrote.
Oh, I'm going to blame it on my upline. If you don't have the best upline, become it. Become that upline. Everybody's got an invisible sign on them, and I teach this to my granddaughters, and it says, make me feel important. I'll work harder for praises. It's gratitude and appreciation. The most important thing that everyone needs is to feel appreciated and that you really do feel good about what they're doing. Brag on them. Find people doing things right. Point it out. You know, I talk to total strangers. I'm checking into an airline, by the way. I appreciate that Learjet that Eric sent. Maria, were you behind that? Oh, that was nice. It was disguised as Southwest, but clever. And I don't fly first class. I've never known of an airplane that backed into a mountain. Have you? I walk by those people in first class. I say, suckers. That's the reason they give them free drinks. Have you noticed? They're loading up. Ask TSA guy what TSA stood for. I already knew it stood for thousands standing around. He said it means taking stuff away. And Delta stands for don't expect luggage to arrive. In your life, you're going to find out that life is a choice. Life's a choice. You have a choice of being here. You have a choice of being here or not. Life's a choice. And success is living your life the way you choose and knowing when to let go of things that aren't working anymore. See, you're here in this world to do two things. You're here to learn, you're here to get better. School's never out for the pro. The more you learn, the more you earn. And you're here to love. Most important lesson. If each of us knew we had 5 minutes left to live our life, how would you spend it? You'd call somebody and you would say, I love you. I wanted you to know that. You wouldn't call somebody and say, you low down, no good heifer. I've been wanting to tell you that I never did like you in the first place. But you would say, I love you. You never let that opportunity. I never sign a book or sign any email or text that I don't say, love you, because you never hear it enough. You need 3 hugs a day just to keep from being weird. And there's people in this room that haven't gotten 3 hugs a day yet. So turn to the person next to you and give them a hug, okay? It helps lower your blood pressure and develops hemoglobin. Give somebody a hug.
People are hugging everywhere. Aww. This is crazy, the amount of people in here. They said there's
2 or
there's 3,000 people.
Y'all, I talk about prosperity a lot. I know money's not everything. Money's not everything, y'all. But it's right up there with oxygen. Look, money's kind of like sex. Not important unless you don't have any. And it seems that Jesus said, I have come here for you to live life more abundantly. How are you going to explain someday to your Maker? And there is a God, by the way, and I ain't it, neither you, but there is one. How are you going to explain that you knew about this awesome business that has a level playing field, that doesn't prejudice against anybody? You can be overeducated, undereducated, you can be overweight, underweight. One race, one religion, it doesn't matter. How are you going to explain that you knew about this and you were afraid to tell somebody? You hesitated. You were afraid they would reject you. The year I did 118 speeches, I was approached. I had spoken for, I had the home phone numbers for some people in this room that you would know in the industry. But not one time did anybody ever approach me
just in case I break out.
to join this business, except Donna Johnson. And let me tell you why it tugged at my heart. I had survivor's guilt. I was on billboards, covers of magazines, best-selling author, speaking to AT&T in 1 year and 21 times, and Apple, and Medline, all these companies I was speaking for. But I had a sister that got married at 14. Didn't have a child when she was 18, but it was some abuse in our home, and she got married very young, only had an 8th grade education. What was I going to tell her? I was going to coach her. You could become a best-selling author. Yeah, you could. You could become a superstar speaker. Oh, you could get your own television show. You could do an infomercial. No! But I could tell her this, because this is connect the dots, folks. The trail has been blazed. You either lead, follow, or get out of the way, but you can do this business. So never think that somebody is too high up there for you to approach, and never is somebody in too lowly of a position for you to approach either. My son in the 3rd grade, by the way, I have 2 sons, like Princess Di, an heir and a spare. Third grader going to a skating party, and he said, Mom, I'm going to ask little Nicole to skate with me. I got so nervous, y'all. I thought, what if he gets rejected? That's going to make him weird. And you know what those little third grade hussies look like. Have you seen the ones? They're wearing platform shoes, earrings, makeup, and I thought, he's going to be rejected. And I'm worried about it. Picked him up after school, and after the skating party, I said, Scott, how'd it go? Oh, Mama had fun. I said, it's good. I said, did you ask little Nicole? Thinking to myself, that little heifer. Did you ask little Nicole? I didn't say that. To skate with you? He said, oh, yes, Mama, I did. I said, what did she say? And he said, well, Mama, she said yes. I was so grateful. I could have licked her in the face like a puppy. So grateful. I said, Scotty, that's so good, but honey, to prepare him, there is going to be rejection in life. There is going to be somebody that says no. How would you have felt if little Nicole had said no to you? And he looked at me, I'll never forget, and he just sort of flipped his hair, and he said, well, Mama, there's 17 other girls in my class. Go figure. Most people quit after one no. People, I said, I laugh at them. I said, just going off, be poor, going off and wrinkle, I don't care. Some of you are not worried about that because you can't figure out why I'm wearing 2 watches. How many of you wondering about the 2 watches? First of all, this one is about a $29 Timex watch. I wear it because I can see it. You can probably see it from the back of the room. It lights up. This right here is about a $20,000 Rolex watch. I wear it because you can see it. I don't need no Rolex watch to make me feel good about myself, being the #1 sperm. But I need you to see me wearing one. Because some of you might sound like a corn-pone redneck just fell off a Trump truck right here in Las Vegas. Look at this watch, you say, I'm going to listen up. Lady might have something to say. Look at that watch she's wearing. Does Rolex have 2 L's in it? I wanted you to see my diamond tennis bracelet too. It was my surprise for Christmas. It surprised my husband when I bought it. I can't wait till he sees my new surprise birthday present. It'll surprise him too. You know, in life, my husband says, be sure he's big in Toastmasters. You tell him what you first said, and that was that you have a purpose-driven life, and it's not about you. Amen. Your true wealth is determined by the number of friends and associates and the people you network with and your family. God is first in my life. Call it something else you want to, but it is God. My family's second. If I had a sick family member, I wouldn't be here right now. This is what this business gives you, by the way. You have choices. And third, it's my career. You get those mixed up, you're going to have a lot of trouble. You keep those straight, be on the right path forever. And in life, there's a chance that we'll never see each other again. I have 4 more hours of material. But before I close for my standing ovation, you were thinking about it, I know you were. Just want to nudge you just a little bit. You have not because you ask not. What an amazing audience. You're ridiculously amazing. And you've learned to invest in yourself. What Eric and Marina have done, they've set a banquet table for you to come and learn more personal development so you can grow your team by your example. You are sponsoring yourself first. You're not sponsoring a product, a plan, or you're sponsoring yourself. You got to grow unconditionally. Don't you ever forget, I love you, and so does God, and He's watching. Thank you for having me. Thank you. You're awfully cute.
Rita Davenport, everybody. Before you sit down, everybody stay standing for a moment. We've had a good morning so far. We've got another hour left. Face that wall, please. Put your hands on the shoulders of the person in front of you.